I'm from New York. That's why it's important. Me repping my city is it's amazing. A lot of people pray to be in this position, and I'm not gonna take it for granted. I promise you that.
Alcohol, right?
All right, we here. Championship season on the way. You already know what it is. The haters are just providing a lot of distractions, but we're going to work through the kinks. Fuck that trade deadline. Maybe Yabusele can go, but there's a few dynamics here that we can definitely look into as a team is progressing. We came here for the real, and we're going to do it right. We're going to break this down in 4 different parts. Just Mike Brown just kind of figuring out what to do in these fourth quarter crunch time situations. We've seen him slowly sometimes move away from Karl-Anthony Towns and puts Mitchell Robinson within that situation. So that'll be part 1 of this. And then part 2 will cover how the Knicks dealt with a star like Luka Doncic in the pick and roll. The Lakers are doing a lot of Spain pick and roll action, and just seeing the defense, the way they're navigating through that, it wasn't as good of a communication as I expected it to be, but guys are still working through it. And the last part will be comparing some of these lineups that the Knicks are utilizing with or without Karl-Anthony Towns. Sometimes if they have Landry Shamet in the mix with Deuce McBride and Brunson and Mitchell Robinson and OG, it looks a lot different versus if they have Cat in there, or versus if they have, let's say, Josh Hart mixed in with Brunson and also Deuce McBride with OG and Mitch. But at the end of the day, it's that OG Mitch and just some of the lineup mix-ups with Shamet and Deuce McBride along with Brunson. That is really the different dynamics that's being presented to the Knicks when it comes to Karl-Anthony Towns just not being in that situation. The defense is much improved, and it'll shock you which lineup is actually the best defensive lineup heading into, I would say, next month. So as the season continues to progress, we're going to get to see the Knicks go up against different teams and just get this defense tested in multiple variations. Now in this particular segment, we're going to see him go up against Luka Doncic and the Lakers in the Spain pick and roll involving LeBron James being an outside shooter. Just how this defense reacted. Did guys recover? Was there communication? It's a good little test as we head into, the months of February or just approach that All-Star break. So first we'll start off with the king himself, LeBron James, as the Lakers do have 2 small point forwards who have really high basketball IQ coming off of some of these picks. The Lakers right here are setting a screen on the screener. So this is a Spain pick and roll right here. And as Aiden rolls and Mitch follows, Gabe Vincent is going to pop out right here. And it's up to the Knicks defense to rotate and just communicate. So as Shamet picks up, JB and OG is going to have to communicate, because more than likely it should be OG going back as Mitch closes out right here. These type of rotations is what the Knicks are going to have to get tight going into April. Again, right here, JJ Redick understands the Knicks are not quite in sync yet defensively. They run another Spain pick and roll, this time with Luka coming downhill. But this time, Gabe Vincent, he's going to ghost this screen. See, instantly, and then Luka splits it. Gabe Vincent is wide open, but Luka is also, it's too easy. Too easy to get in there. Let's look at that one more time. Screen. Gabe Vincent acts like he was going to screen again. He ghosted. He was wide open as Luka splits this. Luka had him open in case he didn't have an open lane. This is the only thing about Brunson. He doesn't have the height like Cade Cunningham and a Luka. They can make this pass right here, or even skip pass. But Brunson, because he doesn't have that height, that's one of the things that's going against him. But JB is strong. He has a multi-layered offensive game. And hopefully this season, Mike Brown empowers guys like Mikal Bridges to talk his shit. I've seen a few times he did get frustrated on defense with just a lack of communication. And hopefully he's empowered to do his thing. Same thing for OG. OG needs to talk more, even though he doesn't as much. But they need backup from the coach, reassurance that they can tell JB and Cat, hey, you fucked up right here. You need to be here. Hey, hedge harder. Get back on defense. The transition defense, that was one of the things that was killing us in that losing stretch, especially going up against the fucking Dallas Mavericks. Here's JJ Redick once again compromising the Knicks with the Spain pick and roll, because they do understand that when the Knicks do play small and this roller goes downhill, it's going to compromise that defense. There's Gabe Vincent with the second screen. Jackson Hayes is already rolling. Kolek is compromised. Look at this Knicks small lineup. It's fully compromised right here. Now, Mitch, I don't know if he's healthy, but he could hold his own out here in the perimeter. Josh Hart didn't necessarily have to double. But the real compromise is right here. Jackson Hayes on Kolek and Shamet. So this might be a scenario that the Knicks want to address during the trade deadline. Maybe they need one more person that could assume that Yabusele position, kind of like a forward that can guard multiple positions. Mike Brown at times is forced to go small. Maybe having Cat out there is the only big, or even in the lineups when Mitchell Robinson is out there. Once again, going up against a savant like Luka in this pick and roll situation, Mitch anticipates it right here. He sort of hedges, but doesn't apply any pressure. And now Luka is just going to completely reject it. And now as he goes downhill, JB is compromised to step in. This is why the Knicks are giving up a lot of open shots. And this sort of pass right here, these are the kind of passes JB, because of his height, he can't make. So for the full version of the video, you fellas could definitely check out the links in the description below. Head over to Patreon or even PanKnick.com for a discounted rate, where you have the ability to choose whichever video you want to get. I know everyone's tired of these monthly subscriptions adding up, but again, the option is there to purchase on a per video basis, just for the price of a cup of coffee. All the support for the channel is deeply appreciated, and this is the perfect medium to exchange that value without any algorithms or just the politics of certain uploads not going through. So until next time, you fellas stay safe. Peace.